Alrighty, hey guys, I'm Aaron Bull. Welcome to Saturday Night Live. As promised, I will be doing these live videos more often. I got a couple of things that I want to cover with you guys real quick. Um, Hopefully, it won't take too long. Give me just a second. I want to make sure I got everything set up. Okay, cool. All right, so I got a couple of things to discuss. So let's get into it. We'll start with politics. So with the Democratic primaries right now, we got 6 or 7 people in the lead. You've got Joe Biden at 26%, Elizabeth Warren at 19%, Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders tied for 13%. Pete Buttigieg has 7%, and Yang and O'Rourke have 2%. No other candidates have more than 1%. At the time of this poll, this was as of July 9th. Also, okay, so there's that. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about politics, especially not the candidates just yet, because it's so many Democrats still in the race. We have one, Eric Swalwell, quit the race, and then you have one, I forgot his name, but the billionaire that just joined the race. So it's gonna, the way that the platform is right now, the candidates in there, it's gonna change. So as we get closer to the primaries, and once we have a better idea of who the legitimate candidates are or will be, I'll definitely go into those in depth as far as their policies and how it affect Black people and how it's relative to us. But right now, it's just too early in the game. But one thing that we do have to keep in mind as we go forward is that a Black agenda is required. We must vote for the candidate that presents an agenda specifically for Black people. For too long, we have not demanded a specific agenda. As a result, we haven't gotten anything or much of anything anyway from the American government since like the Civil Rights Act. We must vote. In 2016 election, 30% of eligible voters did not vote. And that 30% is larger than the amount of votes casted for either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. So when they tell you that your vote does not matter, that is a lie. So let's be clear on that. Also in the news, Senator Mitch McConnell compared himself to President Barack Obama. All right, let's talk about it. So the actual quote was, and I'm going to use his voice. Let's see how this goes. I found myself once again in the same position as President Obama. We both oppose reparations, and we both are descendants of slaveholders. Yeah. First of all, Senator, you're comparing yourself to a president. No comparison, but let's continue. Senator Mitch McConnell is a white Republican. His ancestors owned 14 slaves. He supports number 45. And again, he is a senator. President Barack Obama, his ancestors did own 2 slaves. He's Black, Democrat, and he was the president. So I don't know why Mitch McConnell would even compare himself to Barack Obama, but it was a nice try. And it was actually not even a nice try. It was really offensive. And I think that he did that to kind of like say, well, we gave Obama a pass for, his stance on reparations and this, that, and the third, so I should get a pass too. No, sir. It doesn't work like that. But we'll continue. So let's talk about Barack Obama for a minute, because, even though it's 2 years now after he's been out of office, his name still gets thrown around. So let's address some things concerning President Barack Obama. Number 44. First and foremost, he did not do anything specifically for Black people. However, he also did not run on any Black agenda. We just voted for him because he was Black, and we believed that he would look out for Black folks. I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yeah, we need a black president in office. He knows our struggles and he's going to take care of us. And no, he did not. He did not. But I'm not mad. I can't be mad at him because he didn't tell us a dream. He didn't. He just was black and I voted for him. But nevertheless, he did run on an LGBT agenda, and he passed laws specifically, or that specifically benefited the LGBTQ community. Okay, cool. And he has caught a lot of flack in regards to the impact he had on the LGBTQ community. Excuse me. But that was the agenda that he ran on, and he made good on those promises that he made to that group of people. But he did break the barrier as the nation's first black president. He had 8 years in office with 0 scandals. He was classy, intelligent, well-spoken, family man. And to be honest, I don't know of any family in the White House that made it look as good as Barack and Michelle Obama. To be honest, I mean, they were beautiful. They were classy. You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. It was a wonderful thing. Black people have a lot of mixed emotions for Barack Obama for the simple fact that no, he did not do anything for black people. But again, he didn't run on that platform. That wasn't his policy. That's not what he ran on. And also, he's still being attacked by a so-called president who is embroiled in more scandals and controversy than the last 4 administrations combined. Like, he's out of office. Let him go and do his thing, and you worry about trying to run the country and not ruin it. But we'll move on. Also, I want to quickly dispel the myth of the gay explosion. On most of my social media, Facebook and Twitter, there are a lot of allegations about, because of Barack Obama legalizing gay marriage and whatnot, there's been an explosion of homosexuality and this, that, the third. No, let me clear that up for you. And for the record, me personally, I am heterosexual, so this don't even pertain to me. But I do believe in truth and facts, and I'm going to present them to you. So in 2012, only 3.5% of the country identified as LGBT. And this poll was conducted at the end of 2017, where we had a whopping huge increase to 4.5%. So that's a 1% increase. 1% increase over the course of 5 years. So there is no explosion, people. There's just no explosion of gayness or homosexuality or however y'all want to call it. It's just, that's not the truth. Also, in terms of the Black community, in 2012, 4.4% of the Black community identified as LGBT. In 2017, it increased 0.6% to a total of 5% of the total African American community identifying as LGBT. So again, there's no explosion. There's no explosion nationally. There's no explosion of gayness or homosexuality in the Black community. And also, one more myth to dispel concerning this is that there has been a huge increase in gay Black men. No, not really. I think the Black men increased by like 0.1%, whereas there was a larger increase, which was only 1%, a full percent for Black women. So there's actually more gay Black women than there are gay Black men. So let's just clear the air on that, please. Moving right along. So Sunday, ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, has scheduled raids for Sunday in these 10 cities. You got San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver, New Orleans, Houston, Chicago, Baltimore, Atlanta, Miami, and New York. And the reason I'm talking about this is because that's just a really creepy thing to me. I don't know any word. It's not even creepy. It's like scary to me to imagine that, because I'm from Atlanta. So if you look at the right side, because I can't demonstrate with my mouse, but I have a picture of the Red Dog unit here in Atlanta, which they've been disbanded as of like 2011. But they came to power in 1980s. That was part of, or the response, Atlanta's response to the crack epidemic, the war on drugs and all of that. They created this Red Dog unit, which was like a lawless gang with badges. I mean, REDD, run even if you didn't do it. That's how serious it was. I mean, and this is just imagining what these ICE raids are going to be like. That's what it makes me think of, is old Atlanta with these red dogs, because baby, they didn't play no games, and for the red dogs, if you were innocent, it was worse, because now they got to beat you up because you done wasted their time. So at least if they made a bust off of you, you're going to get banged up. There's not going to be just a nice peaceful arrest when it came to the red dogs, and they were a grimy crew. They were a grimy crew. And if you've ever heard, I was a goody mob, 1 2 2 1 2 to 2 2 2 to 3, them dirty red dogs done hit yes, they're talking about the red dogs, and that's what these ICE raids make me think of. So I'm praying for these people. I hope that it's nothing like that, but I'm from the old Atlanta, and that's what I remember. So let's hope it doesn't go like that. And in lighter news, so Tuesday of this week, 75,000 fell out of dollars fell out of an armored car in the I-285ers are being asked to return. Yeah, that. Let's see if I can get this play. Even if I can't get the release, see all money on the road. It was $175,000, and the police are threatening that they're gonna bring charges. I don't know how they, because even if you run up these folks like plate whatever, how you gonna verify how much money they got? Because it doesn't. And let's just make the armored car is nowhere in this video, so it's gone. This behind on the ground, and the good residents of Georgia, so they cleaned it up. They got paid for their service. There you go. This service, it was paid community service. They cleaned it. That's what y'all want. Oh yeah, this is ridiculous. And this man turned in $100 and got a car and drove up to the police station with a bag of money that did not belong to him. Like, bro, you brave and you stupid. Sorry, I'm one of the most people you would stealing. I don't believe it. Breaking the law and stuff like that. I'm really, an upstanding citizen. But this is money that just blew on the windshield. Yeah, and it's FDIC insured, so ain't nobody out of no money. FDIC insurance policies on all this money, whatever, very rarely. So I better chalk that up to the game. And if you better print some more money, they print money every day. But I was there. I was not there when this happened. I wish I was there to just scrape up a couple $100, a little change. And the bills are marked. That's all. But who's going to identify these bills? And marked for the restaurant. For that's what they're marked for. Because trust and dollars to Habib and them. Guess what he gonna say? He ain't worried about where that money came from. Come on. Sorry, ATL. Y'all gonna have to chalk that one up. All right, so now for this new session, I like to call Keep That Same Energy. So as we know, we do have immigrants dying at the border. You have immigrants trying to get into the country, obviously illegally, because that's not a port of entry, and they are dying in the process. You also have some inhumane conditions in these detention camps as well. That's drawn a lot of ire and attention, which is well deserved. This is a problem in the country and it needs to be addressed. I wholeheartedly agree. You also have Americans being murdered in the streets on a daily basis, not just through gun violence and individual violence, but also by the police. Because this is Trayvon Martin, gone but not forgotten. So while we being outraged about the immigrants dying at the border, can we also keep that same energy for the Americans being murdered in the streets? Now, you got migrant children in cages, not being given access to personal hygiene products, no types of toiletries, being encouraged to drink out the toilet. Disgusting, horrible, just disgraceful, un American practices going on with these children in cages. You still also have Black children being routed for incarceration via the school to prison pipeline. Again, these are two different instances. Two different situations that deserve equal attention and equal outrage. Again, we must keep that same energy. Back in the 1980s, we had the crack epidemic, and the school of thought was just lock them up and throw away the key. That meant they were going to throw away. Throw away. They were going to lock up the users and lock up the dealers, and the suppliers and all of that. That was just the whole thing. That's why we have so many people in jail now. Back from the 1980s, this quote unquote war on drugs, because their whole thought process was lock them up and throw away the key. Now, you fast forward to 2019, you have the opioid crisis. Now, first of all, let's just look at the contrast. Crack epidemic, opioid crisis. Like, even just the way that they've termed them or named them is different. Like, it's clearly like we need to be more empathetic and sympathetic to the opioid crisis, because now it's white people dying. So now they're saying build more treatment centers, fire the doctors, and sue big pharma, the pharmaceutical agencies and stuff like that. But baby, I didn't feel like that when it was crack, and it was us dying in the streets and overdosing on crack and killing each other for crack, over crack, or concerning that. And you haven't even gone back to address those people that have been penalized for that. If you're going to have lesser sentences for this opioid crisis, it's going to require you to do some redress for the past as well. So again, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Bill Cosby, still in jail, but in jail as a result of the sexual harassment cases that he caught or whatever. And it was a case built on faulty testimony. Even now, some people are backing out of that or whatever, but he's still in jail for that. Meanwhile, you have Harvey Weinstein, who was given the option to pay a settlement, and like he's free to go. Like, we're done. Thanks for coming out. Like, no, that's not fair. And again, I'm not saying if anybody is guilty or innocent, but the charges are the same. So why are the consequences not the same? I'm gonna need y'all to keep that same energy. Okay. All right. So on a lighter note, I guess, you still have people tripping over Halle Bailey, a little Black girl being cast as the Little Mermaid, a fictional character. But people are still upset about it. Okay. Now, you also got a white woman playing Nefertiti. And not only is she white, but she is in blackface. But this was acceptable? Like, come on, y'all. Keep that same energy, please. And that's pretty much all that I have to cover. Again, we have extended to all of these different platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have an email address. So I would like to connect with y'all. If you have any topics or anything that you want to discuss or have me discuss on the videos, you can drop me an email, send me a message on any of the other platforms, and connect with me there. And that pretty much concludes everything that I got. Halle Berry is amazing, but it's actually Halle Bailey that is playing the role. But thank you for those comments. Thank you, Headshot D Mac. So before I go, let me turn this off so y'all can see just me. All right. So here's a moment of honesty and why I've been dragging my feet on putting out these videos. Yo, I still get nervous. I still get nervous about doing these videos. I want to make sure that I'm creating not just, entertaining content, but I want to provide you with information. My goal here at IamAaronBull, and I call it like, because at the end of the day, I really want this to be like a big enterprise. So I'm forward thinking when I say we, because it's just me. It's just little old me here at IamAaronBull. But my goal is, to provide information, empowerment, enlightening, enrichment, encouragement. I wanted to just carve out kind of my own role in this social media platform. I know that there are a lot of us out here, and there are a lot of people that I support, a lot of people that I rock with. I am a student of life, so I'm constantly immersed in different conversations, different like I spent hours on Twitter, not just looking at the tweets, but actually investigating, reading whatever articles I can read and whatnot, and trying to think about, how everything pertains to us as a community, to the Black people, because that's who I care about most. I care about all people. I care about humans as on a large scale, but of course my focus is the Black community. I want to see us come together. I want to see us progress and grow and work towards, just being better as a people. And I use this channel to hopefully, provide some insights and information and things to help us heal, help us deal with each other better. I by no means have all the answers. I don't have a lot of answers. I have more questions than answers. But hopefully I can use this platform to facilitate a conversation between, I just really want to be the middleman between the questions and the answers. I'm not, ever going to tout to be any type of expert on anything or whatever. And, most of all, I keep it real. I don't get caught up in people's emotions and things like that. I am really good at what my friend Geneva says, digesting the meat and spitting out the bones. So, I'm not going to be one of these blind followers of any individual or any, group or mass following or anything like that, because I'm just here for information. And whatever is bad about a person, I can just spit those bones out. You have people that believe that if you follow so-and-so, you just have to follow them blindly and support everything they say. And if you speak, because if somebody is putting out information that is not accurate, regardless of if I respect them or if I like them or not, if I know it's inaccurate, I'm going to address that. And sometimes I get a little pushback because I'm like, wait a minute, that's not true. That's not true. Like I did the bit earlier about the facts on homosexuality or the LGBTQ community, which I do not belong to. I'm not a part of that. But also, facts are facts. So I'm going to make sure that the facts come out, and then you do with it what you will. But nevertheless, again, I will. Sorry, I'm reading my comments. Let me see. I'm going to put this. I can put these on the screen. I've only just started watching you. You speak a lot of sense. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. That's my goal. So I appreciate you leaving comments. I appreciate you interacting. Please make sure you hit a thumbs up on the video for me. And also, before I go, I want to take a little time and explain about analytics on YouTube. I'm not going to get technical, but if you ever watch anybody on YouTube, you're always going to hear them say the same line: like, thumbs up, share, invite. Like, thumbs up, share, invite, subscribe, because all of those interactions help. Even for me, I'm a very, very, very small content creator. I have about 130 subscribers, which I thank each one of you that have subscribed. But those likes, comments, and things like that helps each video to show up in other feeds. So if you ever notice at the end of any video you watch on YouTube, YouTube will recommend videos. So the videos that get the comments, the thumbs up, the likes, the shares, and the interactions and things like that, that's what helps the platforms grow. So it's not just that you have to just share every video, but at least, help that person along with just a simple thumbs up, a simple comment, simple share. But nevertheless, it's Saturday. For those of you guys in New Orleans, please stay safe. Barry is out there. I just watched on the news. It has now hit land. So I hope that nobody's in New Orleans right now. I'm in ATL. We still got some of y'all here. So I'm going to need y'all to stay safe and go ahead and evacuate west of the storm this time, because, baby, Atlanta is still full from the last time y'all washed in here. So, I'm joking a little bit. I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. We got issues with the New Orleans Saints. Feel some type of way about y'all being here, but I really do wish you all well. I hope that everybody stays safe in the storm, at the time of the storm. And of course, my truck driver is driving through that direction right about now, so I'm really keeping an eye on it. And all you truck drivers out there, y'all be safe. And rule number one in any trucking business: always make it home. I hope you guys have a great Saturday, a great weekend. Thank you for your time, your support, and your content. I will see you soon. Y'all have a great day.